Tour junkies.
What's going on, golf addicts? Welcome to the 2025 Worldwide Technology Betting Preview with the Tour Junkies. DB here, my boy Pat Perry. It is a little later than usual recording this. We had an issue on Monday, so a Tuesday night recording. You're probably getting this on Wednesday. Sorry for the delay, but it is what it is. Real life strikes again. It is the fall silly season too, so who cares? Pat, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Got my blue on today. Red and blue right here.
Yeah, look at us. We're very primary colors.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm good.
I'm way more of a red guy, and you're way more of a blue guy. Like
that is true.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, when you think about my allegiance to the Georgia Bulldogs, and how much we hate the Florida Gators. Too bad Matt's not here to talk about that game, by the way. But
yeah.
You know, you would think I'd be anti-blue, but I'm not. I like blue. So
we were texting with our buddy Matt Every, noted Florida Gator. That's probably why he's not coming on tonight. He gave us an excuse last night in the event we were able to record. We weren't. He gave us an excuse tonight. He probably just doesn't want to come on because he doesn't want to get it. You know, he says that Florida should have won that game, blah, blah, blah. Just really stupid stuff coming out of his mouth. But
yeah,
we do love Matt. We miss him. We hope he's doing well. Miss you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Listen, we told you in the 10-year episode that Tour Junkies land would look a little different. But we're here. We're doing a show. There's a golf tournament this week. We're gonna cover it. We're excited-ish. More excited just to talk to each other and to you guys more than anything. I think we'll talk about some betting picks here in a minute. Pat, what's been going on in your life? Let us know. Let the people in on you and like anything you want to share.
You didn't tell me you're going to put me on the spot. How about
well, you can share. You can share whatever you want to share. You don't have to share. How was your Halloween? Like, you know,
I don't know what to share. I mean, Halloween was good. I got so many kids now, DP. Just a lot of kids. I'm married, newly married. And I have stepkids, and I have my own kids.
So that's how you added kids so rapidly.
Kids. Yeah, I didn't just like.
Okay, you didn't adopt.
I didn't adopt kids, which is good to adopt.
It is good
if you do want to adopt. Anyway, great stepkids. So it's like doing it all over again, DB.
Blended family.
Get them through high. You get them into high school, and then you just say, you know what? I want to do it all over again with the young kids. I want to go to soccer practices and, do bedtime and all that kind of stuff. Do it all over again. But I do love being a dad, and
you're turning back the clock.
Yeah, but gonna be moving at some point soon. New studio. A lot of things going on, DB. A lot of good things, a lot of exciting things, a lot of happy things. I'm running a 10K.
That is not a happy thing. Not a happy thing.
I don't know if it's a happy thing or not. It'll be happy when I get done. But 3 years ago, Pat, no way I'd ever run a 10K. I don't know how I made it through walking the golf courses of Scotland.
Yeah.
And now I think I could, run circles around people when it comes to walking a golf course. But, what else, TV? Do you like Halloween?
Can I say that I'm glad you asked me, because I had kind of an aha moment this year at Halloween. Well, two things. First off, going back to the kids thing, I realized this Halloween that I am on the verge of not trick-or-treating with my kids for very much longer. And I've been doing it for the last 20 years because my oldest is that old, and then my youngest is now 10. And I think she's definitely going to do it next year. But I think the 12-year range is about where it starts to, like she might want to do it. She might not. So Chris and I were thinking, like, man, this is kind of weird. Like we might be almost done trick-or-treating, which is kind of, for me, is a little sad with my daughter. I love her to death. She's my favorite. And so just thinking about not doing that is and her growing up, it's kinda got me at a certain point. But here's that wasn't the revelation that I had. And this is probably gonna be a revelation to a lot of people, but to me, it just, like, hit me like a ton of bricks. I was driving to so we live, kind of on land in the sticks. I mean, if we trick or treated our road, Baylor would go to 3 people's houses, and it would
Yeah.
take forever. So we always go to a friend's neighborhood and crash their neighborhood. So we went to a friend's neighborhood, real Pleasantville kinda neighborhood. Great spot for trick or treating. But I'm driving in, I was driving after work, meeting Kristen and Baylor there, and I'm driving in, and I see a golf cart with adults on it, all dressed up, all in their maybe 50s, maybe even 60s. These were older adults.
Mhm.
All this was at 5 this was at like 5:15, okay? Pre-daylight, fall back, roll back the clock thing. And there is a man on the back of the golf cart who is sitting on his wife's lap, okay? Sitting on his wife's lap. She has her hands wrapped around his large belly. He's got a big old belly. I can't remember what he's dressed up as, but she's got her hands wrapped around his belly. She's holding on to him, and he has a massive liquor drink in his hand that he's housing, and he just looks like he's been drunk for 2 hours.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
they're getting ready to I don't know what they're getting ready to do because they're 4 near retirement age adults, and I see them as I'm driving by, and I'm like, "What in the world?" And then it just kinda hits me, I was like, "You know what? When I was a kid, I just don't remember that." And maybe I was oblivious to it, I didn't know what was going on, but it seems like culturally, at least around here, like, Halloween is actually as much or more for the adults to party and get hammered and ride around on golf carts than it is for the kids to trick or treat, and I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. I'm not saying it's not fun sometimes, but it's like I'm it just hit me, like, my parents were social drinkers. They didn't drink a lot, but they were social drinkers. We lived in a neighborhood. We went trick or treating all the time, every year. I do not remember ever seeing the level of, alcoholism that I see now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. I don't know how it started, what the deal is, but I'm curious if you see that or if
Oh,
other listeners see that.
yeah. I've seen it for several years. The neighborhood I lived in, I mean, we would all congregate in kind of the center part of the neighborhood. There are various sections, but that was where everybody went. And the dangerous part was, you know, first world problems with golf carts, because
Yeah.
you had all these trick or treating kids in one area, but then you had the adults on the golf carts, and they're going all over the place, and it's kind of scary because there is a drinking going on and things like that. But I realized that maybe a few years ago that it was sort of becoming more of a party for the adults, and I don't remember that either. Like
Yeah.
I lived in a great neighborhood growing up, probably similar to you. Like we just went out and did our trick or treating thing, and then we came back to the house, and that was it. Like I don't remember my parents
Yeah.
being at other people's houses doing, having cocktails and whatever. Perfectly fine if they want to do that. I
Yeah.
just don't remember it all.
I don't either.
But yeah, this year, same thing, but where I went was nice because they didn't allow the golf carts on the street. So basically, you had to walk, which I thought was safer. And because unless you just wanted to walk with a cooler, you weren't going to be able to just start pounding drinks.
Yeah.
You had to, you took one beer with you and you went down the road, and that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. I agree. It's just like, around the 90s when I was in college,
Dear God.
that was about the time Halloween started getting for teenagers and college age kids kind of raunchy, I think, maybe
Really?
earlier. That was when, I would go to Georgia, Florida, speaking of Georgia, Florida, we'd be down there for Halloween. It's always Halloween weekend or around that time. Girls would be dressing up at bars, and I mean, it was a
Scandalous?
it was scandalous and a sight to behold. And I don't remember that. Like I guess because I was a young kid, and I wasn't going to bars, but I mean, there was a transition there too.
And see, that's what I'm trying to work through is like, is that did that really happen or am I just noticing it? And the same thing with your raunchy Halloween situation. I wonder if, I mean, and obviously there's small pockets that do it that probably were doing that in the 70s and 60s and 80s, whatever. But I
Yeah.
wonder if as a whole Maybe it's just the total degradation of society. Just gotten worse. Maybe that's it.
It could be.
Welcome to a golf betting show. We are
Hey, we're
going to talk.
positive. We have positive attitudes.
Yes,
The
yes,
world
positive.
the world is wonderful.
Yes. And we are here to talk about gambling. All right. Gambling, gambling, gambling. Thank you to our friends at SoBet who help us gamble responsibly and with an educated perspective, because you can go follow a ton of handicappers that know exactly what they're doing with every sort of sport imaginable available on the platform. And for just $1 with that code, if you click the link in the description, you can join and get in on the action. Leaderboards available, so you can track who's hot, who's not. Our exclusive golf bets are there as always every single week, up over 25 something units this year, still cooking nicely. A few tournaments left to throw in some action there on SoBet for golf, but everything, NBA, NFL, college football, everything you can imagine on SoBet. Go check it out. Props to them for supporting the show. All right, we got the worldwide technology at El Cardinal Diamante or whatever, Danny Almonte tournament course. You remember him?
Yeah.
If I say that name,
Was he a baseball player?
he was. What kind of baseball player? God, I can't even believe the fact that that name just left the far depths of my brain. I mean, why do I remember his name and even remember who he is? At some point in my
Yeah.
life, that thing just lodged into my brain and just came out for no reason other than Diamante reminded me of Danny Almonte. Crazy. Do you
What
remember
do
what
you
kind of
mean?
baseball player he
What
was?
kind of baseball? Like, there's only one baseball player.
Well,
Like,
he was notorious. Do you know what he was notorious for?
hmm, I don't know.
He was a Little League World Series stud that
Ah,
infamously
yeah.
the old birth certificate, deal kind of came up with Danny Almonte. I think he was flagged for being like 17 or something.
I remember that because I
Throwing
remember when he was dominating, and you just
yeah,
had this thought, like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know if this doesn't
Kids
look
throwing
right.
gas. Yeah,
Yeah.
kids throwing gas. Um Just humming heaters. By the way, the World Series Game 7 was amazing. I don't know if you watched it. I watched the last part of it. It was unbelievable. Our boy Jeff Feinberg became a meme on social media,
Oh,
uh,
I did hear about that.
which
Yeah.
was just so hilarious, and I hate it for them. I was pulling for the Blue Jays, sick of seeing the Dodgers do it. What is can we equate what Will Smith has done to anything in golf? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, he was in Legend of Bagger Vance. I don't know where you're going with it.
No. Pat, I thought you knew ball. I thought you knew ball. He plays for the Dodgers, not that Will
Oh,
Smith.
oh, that Will Smith. Yes.
Do you know about it? Do you know what he's done?
In golf, nothing.
No.
In
Yeah.
baseball, he plays for the Dodgers. He's won 2 World.
Yes. He's won 6 straight World Series with
Okay, I
4
didn't know that.
different teams. He
That's
won with
pretty
the
good.
Dodgers, the Braves, the Astros, the Rangers, the Dodgers, and the Dodgers. The
I
last
do
6
not
years.
remember when he was with he won that. He was on that Braves team that won the World Series a few years ago. I don't
6
remember that.
straight years. He has landed on 4 different teams and won 6 straight World Series. Isn't that
Part of that's
incredible?
being part of the Dodgers and being lucky there, but I do
Yeah, but
agree.
only
There's
half of them are with the Dodgers.
yeah.
And that's being on the Dodgers, leaving and coming back. Isn't that
Legend
wild?
of Bagger Vance.
The legend of
Will Smith was in that too.
Anyway, El Cardinal at Danny Almonte, in Los Cabos, Mexico. Bermuda everywhere, big old greens, 60-something yard wide fairways, easy golf course, 81% green and regulation average over the last 2 years. This is the 3rd year we're playing it here. Average over 5 birdies around, less than 2 bogeys around. This is a absolute scoring fest, as evidenced by the winning scores. Eckroat at 24 under last year was a little poor relative to Eric Van Ruyen, who broke the seal at this place the first year they had it here at 27 under. Shout out to his caddy and our buddy Alex Goggart, his brother Austin Goggart on the back for Garrick Higo now, and for his last couple of his last win and good starts. So happy to see those boys doing well. Basically, yeah, this is and it's kinda lengthy on the scorecard, around 7,400 yards, but it doesn't you don't have to be long here, it seems like. You just gotta make a bunch of putts, score, hit the ball close, make a bunch of putts. I mean, 81% green and rec, so it's just it kinda turns into a putting fest. Nothing real fancy about this resort course hosting the Worldwide Technology Championship. Anything to add to that, Pat?
I mean, not really. I mean, I think the weather is gonna be, good. I mean, it's basically the
Have you looked
desert
at
out
it? I have
there.
not looked at it yet.
I've looked at it. I mean, it's, they're not gonna have any rain. I mean, like I said, it's like the desert out there. It's very dry. I don't. I think that whenever you're playing these type of courses, you may see a little wind someday, but I have not seen that we're gonna have a ton of wind. So I think we should be good. And I'm looking at it now. Yeah, typical kind of receptive greens, no real weather concerns. I think it's gonna be fun.
Okay. So let's send it. Let's take a look at the betting board. Our friends at Bet the Number, of course, have the site humming this time of year with some changes coming, some really good stuff already kind of hitting. They're sprinkling some goodies in. Um, I think we've got some new things on the horizon for 2026, which is going to start now with the Sony, as the Century Tournament of Champions has been canceled this year because of the fires that happened there on the island that kind of took down the course for now. Hopefully they get that back up and running. But going to start now with the Sony at Wiley to start the year. So our friends at Bet the Number will have a lot of new features, a lot of new updates coming before that tournament. But for now, we're still doing great. We've got some good stuff going on Bet the Number. So check it out. Link in the description. Ben Griffin atop the odds board at 10-1. Pat, I got a trio of guys here in the 20s, all at 22. I like them all. Give me
Okay.
Higo, who's hot right now with our boy, as I mentioned, Gogs on the bag. T6 here when they played it last. T4 at the Bay Current, runner up at the Sanderson, seventh Pro Core, coming off the win in the summer. I just think Higo is balling right now. He's found a good combo with Gogs. He's putting the ball exceptionally well right now. Yeah, I think Higo's the man at 22. Rico and Thorbjornsen been knocking on the door for that first win. It does feel like of the three, I like Higo the best in terms of that win equity phrase that we always have kicked around over the last 10 years. Knows how to get it done. Not the moment's not going to be too big for him. Um, Obviously multiple winner on tour, but Rico's been close, man. Runner up just a couple weeks ago at the Black Desert. And then Thor Bjornsson has been knocking on the door as well. I know our boy Matt Every would probably endorse both of those guys. So that trio at 22, I like a lot. I don't know that I'll be able to fit all three of them in, depending on kind of how the rest of the card gets made up. But that's really all I like at the top. I love Ben Griffin, but I mean, a 10-1 Ben Griffin in a possible random putting contest just doesn't feel great, even though he's an amazing putter and he could absolutely run away with this place. But what do you like here at the top?
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree. Well, definitely agree on Higo. He's one that I have starred as one of my favorites for this week for all the reasons that you said. I think Rico is another one at 22-1, just because also like it feels like every time we get to the fall, there's a couple of guys that it's just their time is coming, and I feel like if I don't do anything with Rico this week, he ends up winning, and I don't. I want to be there for it, and I think he's definitely close. I mean, ninth, fourth, second, three of his last four events. He did play here last year and was T45, which leaves a little bit to be desired. But I still think just the way he's playing, I
Yeah.
love Rico Hoey. I think Grazerman too. He's at 20-1. That's about as short as I would go, and that's I mean he's the third favorite. But second place finish a few weeks ago at the Zozo. He was fourth here last year when he played. I think Grazerman is another one, and I would go to him. Certainly would not play JJ Spawn. I just
I
don't
just
think.
don't like Grazerman's like inconsistency at the moment. Like
Yeah,
when it's right there at shorter than the next three that we've already mentioned. I mean, I know he's been knocking on the door too, and he's very close, and it does feel like the
yeah.
win could come at any point. But
Well, and you could put Thor Bjornsson in there too. I mean, he's another guy
yeah,
that he fits. I really feel like if you were looking at up at the top, you're gonna land on Grazerman, Hoey, Thorbjornsen, and Higo, and then it's kinda what your preference is on those and maybe just a little bit of a hunch. To me, though, my favorites of the 2 are gonna be Rico and Garrett Kiko. If I got, you
I
know,
think I'm with you.
if I've gotta put money on this,
Yeah.
those are the 2 names I'm going with.
I think I'm in agreement for now. And then I really kind of, I mean, Pearson Cootie interests me a little bit at 35 to 1. Gonna gain a bunch of strokes off the tee. Um, Potentially here, just absolutely nuking it off the tee. Ball speed numbers are fantastic. Good wedge player, and the putter's terrible, but when he has kind of a spike putting week, he can do some damage like he did at the 3M, like he did at the Black Desert. When he doesn't lose a bunch of strokes putting, it's kind of like Rico Hoey. That's what you're waiting on. So, I mean, Cootie's interesting at 35, but I bet I don't get there. And then the only other name before we start getting into some bigger numbers is Takumi Kanaya at 45 for me. I feel like Takumi's he's just he's kind of been playing solid to start this fall season, and I like what I'm seeing. The putter's been hot. Doesn't check a ton of boxes. Isn't gonna look great in a model, but short game putting I like. Those two just have my attention in that range, but I'm not crazy about it. Anybody
Ye
in this spot you like?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I I think Pearson is I think you're right on him. The way he's really played the last 2 tournaments has looked really good. So I think he's one. I think I wanna talk about Michael Brennan because we didn't get to talk about him after he won a few weeks
Yeah,
ago, and I don't I don't know
and what is it?
what is a Michael Brennan.
Yeah, I don't know.
What I mean, he went to Wake Forest.
Good program.
He's a demon deacon. I know that's what it is. It's a demon deacon.
Good program.
And look, the guy, I mean, he didn't just win. I mean, he had to have
He's
the lead. He just
Yeah.
he just dominated it.
He nuked driver everywhere.
Yeah, but he's
Gotta
30 to
respect that.
1. I don't think that interests me, but
No.
what is this? What is a Michael Brennan? Is a Michael Brennan going to win 2 tournaments? Is he going to be like, Patton, cuz was it Patton Kazire that won 2 in the fall one time, or Brendan Todd coming back and winning 2 in the fall? Like, I don't know. Is that what a Michael Brennan is?
So
I just feel like we got to give him the credit because we didn't get to
yeah.
talk about it after the victory, and so I'm going to mention him. I don't know if I'd bet him, but I'm going to mention him.
Yeah, well, shout out Michael Brennan.
Shout out Nico Echeverria also at 40 to 1. Sixth
Okay.
place here last year, ninth in his last tournament at the Zozo. I think he's one, you know, saw him in the late summer, had a 19th place finish at the Wyndham. He's a good putter. I think Echeverria could make some noise here too. And I think Eckroat could actually come back and win again at 55 to 1. This is an Eckroat course, and he won. So I think this is the style
What
course for a guy like him.
it is? Like what why is it an Ecro course?
Bombing off the tee. He's good on approach. I
I
mean,
mean,
he can get hot with the putter. I mean, he's probably one of the best off the tee in this field.
uh, who's terrible off the tee, but I like him, and I you're
Doug
gonna
Kim.
no,
I don't know.
um, even worse. I mean, there probably are. I mean, I would set the over under at 2 tournaments a year that I play this guy. 2 a year. And I don't even know which ones they are. It just happens at random moments. It depends on the field. It depends on what all's going on and how crazy I'm feeling and what the number is. But 2 times a year, I'll bet this guy, and he's a PGA Tour winner.
Matt Kuchar.
No, I never bet. I'm done with Matt Kuchar. Mackenzie Hughes at 60 to 1.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
I can't. This guy's the worst. He's so scummy, and the ball striking is just horrific. But the short game, the putting, he can roll it in a birdie fest. T7 here 2 years ago, T7 at the Sanderson or Procore a couple weeks ago. Whatever. I just don't. It's a hate bet. I just click it. PJ Tour winner. He's done it before. Like I'll just go Mackenzie Hughes. But I do think I'm betting that one. Like after that trio at 22, the next one I'm pretty sure I'm clicking is Mackenzie Hughes.
Yeah, I feel like you're lying to the audience.
What? I'm
Yeah,
not.
I'm calling
How?
you a liar
How?
because I feel like you've said Mackenzie Hughes' name way more times than 2
Oh, I
this year.
have, and it's pure hatred.
But
I
but it's been like a half pick. Like
no,
I'm
I'm
not
not.
picking him, but I really am picking him. Like
Dude, no way. I never bet this guy. I guarantee you, if you audit the DB's Big Balls betting cards, he maybe has appeared one time this year, maybe.
okay.
I promise. I'm not trying to do that. I literally don't like the guy, and I think he sucks. But he just randomly throws something together. Did your light just go out?
Yeah, the light just went. Let me go get the light on. Mackenzie Hughes did it. Hang on.
The, look at Pat's dainty chair. Golly, what are we even doing? This show's falling apart. We've really, what we've really done is what what we've really done is the pendulum has swung from the pendulum of excellence on the show has once we hit the 10-year mark, now we're swinging back to where like
Yeah,
everything is going back to like year 3 levels.
lights cut off.
Yeah.
I don't know. My internet's probably going to go out.
Yeah.
Uh, um.
Okay. Mackenzie Hughes, that's enough.
Okay.
Who else down here? I got a bunch of names I'm kind of eyeing, but
I mean, I just mentioned him. Can I see your Mackenzie Hughes and raise you a Doug Gim?
no, I don't want that. I mean, I will take Mackenzie Hughes over Doug Gim here, even though Doug Gim is going to check way more boxes,
He is, and
but he always does.
he's played well here, 20th and 15th. If we were back in the old betting days of we
Mhm.
bet player versus player, I would go with the Gim versus Gim versus what do we have?
You want to
We have
spin
the
the
wheel.
wheel?
Can we spin the wheel? Can we spin the wheel? I don't even. What do we even have
I
on
don't
there?
even know. I don't even want to look. Let's just do it. Let's just spin it.
Okay. All
Just
right.
what do we want to do? Just overall finish with birdies being the tiebreaker?
Yeah. Overall finish. Birdies being we'll go Gim. Basically, they have the exact same odds. Give or take.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what this means. T-shirt design for open week. Should we spin again?
Yeah. Respin.
Okay, let's spin again. I don't even know what that possibly meant.
I don't know what that meant either. It's been a long time since we spun the wheel.
Oh,
Wife slap.
which is
Which is
funny
not now. To let's wait.
mine would probably like to slap me right now, actually, like for
Well,
real.
and
And
let's
you,
yeah, but let's clarify before we. It's not us slapping our wives, okay? It is the wife slapping us, okay? So let's make sure because it's been a while since this happened. Because I think you got the wife slap before, right? Or have
yeah, I did.
so it's
I
not
got
us
that
slapping wives.
and the waxing and all that. Um,
All right, so
okay,
that'll
well,
be interesting if I lose.
your new wife is up for her potential first podcast appearance.
Yeah,
That could be fun. All right, keep going. I like Eric Cole, Taylor Montgomery, Grayson Sick. Those 3 guys all at 90 to 1. It feels a little weird. I mean, Cole just kind of having some peak putting weeks here lately. He's had some vintage Eric Cole iron weeks. I don't know what he's doing off the tee. It's very bad, but and Taylor Montgomery obviously is terrible off the tee. The one time I bet him, Black Desert, he loses 7 shots in 2 rounds off the tee, which is unbelievable. But that tournament with all the lava, a lot harder. I do feel like out here he could spray it. I mean, 2 tournaments ago at the Sanderson, he gained almost 10 strokes putting. So on a golf course like this, you would think Taylor Montgomery would do better, although his history is terrible. Um, I don't know. And then Sig is just playing well right now and needs to keep it going. I don't know that these
yeah,
are outright bets that I want to take. I might have to kind of let this take shape. maybe they're top 20 bets, but those 3 kinda stick out to me in this range.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Sig for sure. I like him a lot. He's been playing very good. Don't know if we get a victory. Top 20 feels a
Yeah,
little better,
yeah,
but
probably.
I do like him. I think, this guy, I don't, what is a Ben Coles? But Ben Coles may actually, he went to Virginia. He didn't go to Wake Forest. But, I think,
Didn't when he come out, he was, like, really good at putting?
and now he sucks at putting.
Am
And
I
that's
am
the
I
thing.
mis let's look at this. Am I misremembering this?
Well, while you're looking at the putting, he has sucked it. Like I'm looking at just his last 5 events. He's lost strokes, but his tee to green numbers have been really good.
Okay, no, he's always sucked at putting. I
Yeah.
mean, he does have, like, random, it's kinda funny. His putting numbers are either bright red or they're, like, mint green, dark green on BTN, so it's like he either is really good or really bad. There's not a lotta in between.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, basically 3 top 25s in his last 3 events, has not played here. I think I don't know. I could just see
yeah,
Ben Coles up there with a
I'm
chance.
out.
I think a guy that doesn't check a whole lot of boxes for me and hasn't been playing great, but has played well in this golf course, Carson Young, our old friend with a great mustache. Um, he had a good putting week at Sanderson Farms, but
Uh,
I think he's one we could look at. I think our buddy, I think Justin Lauer,
yeah,
who has played,
I'm rolling with J-Lo.
you got to
Yeah.
120 to 1.
I'm in with the T3 at the Black Desert. He's almost won a tour event before, runner up here last time, like, at 120, he's just yeah, I'm in. I'm in. I'm with you. I'm kinda going back with the old friends is the theme down here. Patton Kizzire, who
Yeah,
has won a few times now on tour, um, does tend to spray the ball off the tee, is allowed to do that here, no problem. Short game has been pretty good. Patton loves him some Bermuda. I think 250 to 1. I mean, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since the Tour Junkies boys have hit, a 200, 250 to 1 kinda deal. But
yeah,
we've done it, and we've done it in the silly season like this. Um, and, you know, I just I think the difference between, like, handicapping now and handicapping 8 years ago and 9 years ago and 10 years ago is, like, the young studs that come out now are just such better known commodities than they were back in the day, so you could get them at big numbers, and now they're, like they come out and, like, David Ford and Michael Brennan are already at, like, 50 to 1 where they used to be 400 to 1. So, now it's like you can get a guy like Patton or a guy like Justin
mhm,
Lauer who I mean, Patton's a winner, J-Lo's not, but, like, veterans who've either knocked on the door a bunch of times or guys who have gotten it done and know how to close and know how to do it. They just need one hot week at these big numbers. It's kind of where I want to go, especially with Patton. But for sure, some top 20 numbers, top 40. But I have one more play, Pat. You want to finish up before I gotta go?
no, I think I'm ending there with Justin with J Lo.
I I gotta feel something. I want to feel something. And I don't know to what extent I want to feel it, but I just feel like just like my Halloween deal where I feel like the window is closing where my sweet baby girl is not going to want to trick or treat anymore. And, for 22, 23 years in a row, we will have been, had a child trick or treating. And then at one point we won't. And that window is closing.
Mhm.
And I'm going to breathe it in and take it in while it's here. And I think there's another window closing on a guy that I have loved for a long time. And I have bet him and lost a lot of units on him, and I'm probably going to continue to lose units on him, but I think after this week and probably after this season is probably over. And I want to feel it again. I want to make sure I feel it at least one more time. And kind of am I throwing money away? Am I throwing units away? Yeah, I'm pouring one out for my homie because I don't think it's going to translate to anything. But
I know where this is going.
I just I want to feel it with Aaron Wise one more time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
we've been through a lot over 10 years, and it's bad. I mean, it's bad. He's 500 to 1 in this absolute trash field. He's 20 to 1 to finish in the top 10. He's plus 750 to finish in the top 20. I'm sure a top 40 is probably 3 to 1 or so. I just I gotta have something. I mean, I'll definitely throw a little tip to the outright jar for at 500 to 1 just because it's 500 to 1.
Yeah.
I could throw nothing
Just
in
the
there,
just the tip.
just the tip. I just want to give Aaron Wise my tip one more time, but I need to feel a little more than that. So I'm probably gonna have something on the top 10 maybe. I might ladder it outright, top 10, top 20, something like that. But just know when you load your tour app on Thursday, and you scroll to the very bottom and you see Aaron Wise, just know that somewhere you and Tour Junkies DB are looking at the same thing at the same time in a different part of the world, and
Yeah.
we're both thinking about it together.
Yeah.
Um, and I just want to feel it. I want to feel it. I want to see him. I want to star him one more time because I think after
Mm.
I don't know how many starts he has left on the major medical thing, but it ain't going well.
Special. So special. You're
Yeah.
joining tips with the rest of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a lot of tip bumping.
All of our tips all of our tips are connected in some strange way.
Yeah.
Everybody's tips
So
pointed in the
beautiful.
same direction.
To the
Um,
sky with Aaron Wise.
to Aaron Wise at Danny Almonte's place in Mexico. It's an amazing world we live in.
Yeah. Anyway, top 20s. Is that what we do next?
I think that's how we've been doing it. I'm not sure. Yeah, locks. You got some locks? Plus
I
money
mean, I think
locks?
you got to lock in plus money on Garrett Kigo.
Mhm.
I mean, just absolute lock, I'll go with that. I actually I feel pretty good about Pearson at plus 140.
I was just about to say that. I think that might be where I grab Pearson Cootie.
Yeah, you gonna
Back
grab
to
that
back top
cootie.
20s. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that Cootie right there at that top 20.
um,
Dear God.
God, where are we going here? How are these? This is all coming together. It's coming together like the old days, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, you know, I think if I'm going long shot, I'm not going to take Kazire from you because I do like the plus 450 there number on him. So I'm going to have to go somewhere else because I think you'd probably agree that that'd be
yeah.
one that you'd go with. I'm not. I think I'll go with. Um, you know what? I got a feeling Joel Damon likes Mexico. He likes the resort kind of courses. He's
Mhm.
one on one. Top 20 Joel Damon. I'll take it. Not winning.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're gonna get, but I'll go with a plus 400 on that.
Yeah, I'll take Kazire plus 450. I do like Justin Lauer a lot at plus 320.
Yeah,
If Lauer were a little longer, he'd be in that. But we put our own rules on ourselves for this
yeah,
4 to 1 top 20 thing. All right, good stuff. All right, Pat. Well, that was good. We got the wife slap bet, Doug Gim versus Mackenzie Hughes, bringing it back. We'll see if that ever happens. Just like Pat going to a show. Um,
yeah. Damn.
Dude, can I just say, like, I've always been a little bit of a metalcore guy, but just kind of lightly, just every now and then. I've been so heavy into metalcore for the last like 3 months. It's insane. It's almost all I'm listening to. I am very much in it. So I would love to go to a show with you. I'm not, you're supposed to do it by yourself, but if you went to a show that I wanted to go to, I'd kick myself that I wouldn't be going there. So I'd
Yeah.
have to go. Um, yeah.
Let's get that
Anyway.
going. Let's get
We'll
that
figure
going.
that we'll figure that out. All right. We got what do we have next? We got the Butterfield Bermuda Championship in Bermuda at Port Royal Golf Course. Rafael Campos, your defending champ. That is next week. And then the RSM Classic. And then Thanksgiving and a break and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. We'll try to drop that show next week on Monday like normal. We'll record on Monday like normal and drop it on Tuesday. So thanks, everybody. Bend over your bookies and have a great week. See ya. Out. Tour Junkies featuring David Barnett is not an affiliate of CWM LLC. Opinions expressed by the host or guests do not reflect those of CWM LLC. CWM LLC does not endorse gambling or the entities promoted by the Tour Junkies podcast. David is a non-registered representative of CWM LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.